Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. This is Susu's World. If you are new here, come on in, and if you are returning, welcome back, because I know that you missed me. Anywho, in today's video, we are going to be doing a Q&A / get to know me. I'm nervous, but I'm also excited. I have a list of questions here, so let's go ahead and start. Okay, so the first question is, what is your name? So my first name is Shusha. It's spelled X-U-X-A, and my middle name is Delilah. Shusha Delilah. For those of you who know, and for those of you who don't know, my name absolutely 100% comes from Shusha, the Brazilian singer. Now, from my understanding, she had a show called The Shusha Show, and it aired here in America at some point. My mom seen it, or my siblings watched it, and that is where she got the name from. And I will say that my name is a conversation starter, typically. If it's not my name, it's people asking me my nationality, my ethnicity, or where I'm from. And you know, I absolutely, don't mind having conversations with people, because some people just don't know. But if you try to play, then we can play. So, you know, for the most part. But yes, my name is Shusha. It's spelled X-U-X-A. Where are you from? So I'm from the one and the only York City, Pennsylvania. And I say that because York is an acquired taste. I'm proud of where I'm from. I think that I got a great education. I had and have a great support system. My parents are originally from Florida and Alabama, and my father used to pick watermelons for a living. And somehow I don't want to say migrated, but they made their way up to Stewartstown, Pennsylvania, and then eventually to York City, PA. That is where I went to Head Start at CPC, for those of you who know. I went to kindergarten there, elementary school. I went to Hannah-Penn Middle School, and I ended up going to York High, which, for the record, has the best graduating class of 2011. Big shout out. But again, that's my city. That's where I'm originally from, and I'm proud of being from there. How many siblings do you have? I got a big family from both sides, my mom and my father's side. So I am the second youngest of 11 living children from my father. And then I am the youngest of 6 children from my mother and my father. I have a host of nieces, nephews, aunts, uncles, cousins, family friends, you name it. We got it, okay? What is my favorite color? So I like a lime green, but I think right now, in the era that I'm in, I'm a pink girl. Everything pink. My work bag is pink, stethoscope pink, temperature pink. Excuse me, my temperature, Lord have mercy, thermometer is pink. My pulse oximetry machine is pink. My bedroom is pink. I'm really digging pink right now. What is your favorite type of food? Honey, as you can see, I like all types of food, okay? From the neck to the baked mac arm. I will say, though, that I do not like green peppers, onions, mushrooms. I used to work at Charlie's Steaks in Pittsburgh. And when they would call the order through the system, no OMG. That's me. No onions, mushrooms, green peppers. Now, I am open to using, certain seasonings and vegetables for flavor and food. But if you cook with that, please don't serve that on my plate. I do not like it. But other than that, I like American, Italian, Chinese food. I like it all. What was your favorite subject in school? My favorite subject in school. And I really liked school. I had really good experiences at school. I would say history. U.S. history, world history, African American history, which is history. But history And geography. I would say history and geography. I really, really enjoyed those two subjects. I know my teachers probably say that I was acting a class clown, but I was paying attention. I was. What is your dream job? So I have always wanted to be a brain surgeon ever since I can remember. All of my projects and presentations in school were about brain surgery, neurosurgery. I even did my my graduating project in high school on Dr. Ben Carson, or at least what I knew of him at the time. So I've always wanted to be a brain surgeon or a neurosurgeon. And although life has taken me on a different path, because life happens, no matter what's going on, life is going to happen. Although I am in the medical field, I think that one day I may go back to med school and become a brain surgeon or a neurosurgeon. I think that I could do it. What will my channel be about? So my channel is going to be about where I am in life right now. I'm 31, God willing, soon to be 32. I am transitioning into something new. I feel like there's more that God has for me, and he's moving in a way that I have no choice but to trust him. Like I believe he gives us free will. And I'm not, saying that I'm a devout Christian and I've done everything right, and no, because I'm not perfect. But God is the center. I try to make God the center of my life. He's definitely the author of all things pertaining to me. And although I haven't always put him first and given him praise and talked to him, God has always kept me in the midst of the good and the bad. So, that's why I say my channel will be about God, about my experiences, family, friends, music, fashion. You guys may see some videos about my acting journey. I'll talk about that more in another video, but some of my work stuff, you guys may go to work with me or get ready with me for work. But I'm going to try my best to be transparent in my channel about my life, because I'm not perfect, but I'm somebody who loves to live life. So that's what my channel will be about mostly. Did I mention fashion? I know you can see it, but did I mention it? Okay. Have I ever met someone famous? Yes. So I met Amber Rose one time. I was working at Charlie Steaks when I was in college in Pittsburgh. Well, I lived in Robinson, and the college was in Oakdale. And I worked at Robinson Mall at Charlie Steaks, and I was getting ready to go to break one day. And I seen this person with this platinum blonde hair. That's what she was rocking at the time. And I thought to myself, I was like, that's a shiny platinum blonde head. I said, I bet you that's Amber Rose. My boss sent me to break. I'm eating my free meal, but I had to stop because I just kept thinking that's her. And I said, I would like to approach her, but you know what I'm saying? Like, she's still human. So I wanted to be careful how I went about it. So I waited a little bit. I got up and I walked over to her, and it was her son, and her mom. Her son was a baby at this time. And I said, excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but I just want to say that you look just like Amber Rose. And she said, really? And I said, yes. She was like, oh my goodness, thank you for the compliment. And she had these nice glasses on, and I told her, I said, I'm sorry for interrupting. It was very nice to meet you. She was like, I am Amber Rose. Honey, my mouth just dropped to the floor. I thought, but I tried to keep my composure because, again, I know she was there with her family. And I told her, I said, I'm a fan of yours. It's nice to meet you. And she said, she told me, she shook my hand. It's nice to meet me too. And she asked me not to say anything to anybody because she didn't want to cause a scene. I told her, I promise I won't say anything. So here I go. I'm turning away from her table. And there's this little girl. She comes up. She's like, is that Amber Rose? I said, no. She was like, oh my goodness, that looks like her. I said, no, that's not her. And that was a special moment for me, meeting Amber Rose. So, and then what is your biggest fear? My biggest fear, I think right now, I try not to have fears, but I'm human, is making plans, having goals, you know, saying that I want to change and do all these things, but that I don't live up to that or allow myself to be that. And I know that for me in my life, you know, it's important to acknowledge where I am, to not compare myself even to the old me or future me. But that's my biggest fear right now, not living up to my fullest potential. But I'm going to try my best to make sure that my fear is not my reality, and, you know, try to record it as much as I can, and hope that you guys come along for the journey. And with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. That was my Q&A, get to know me video. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And until next time, this is Susu's World. Please make sure that you comment, share, and subscribe if you like my channel. And we are out. I'll see you guys later.